Hello and welcome to the Spartan Sports Report. I'm Brendan Bomarito.
And I'm Parker Bevins. We love to see these temperatures rising. Brendan, have you been enjoying the weather?
Parker, you know I love this springtime weather. Temperatures are not only getting better, but more sports are kicking off now here in East Lansing.
Yeah, you said it best. We have baseball and softball starting, and the men's soccer team held an exhibition match at DeMartin Stadium. But you know, that's only when there's sun outside because we know that Michigan's been loving the rain lately.
You know what? You're right about that, Parker, but this week we were lucky enough to have sunny skies as Michigan State hosted the Spartan Invitational.
It was a dominant day for Spartan's track and field program this past Friday as they hosted Central Michigan, Western Michigan, Wayne State, and Trine for the Spartan Invitational. Michigan State swept the competition on Senior Day in East Lansing. Both the men's and women's Spartans swept through the competition, starting from the beginning field events to the very last event of the day. The Michigan State women dominated the women's 1500 meter, going 1 through 5. Moving on to the men's side of things, the 1500 meter, Owen Heward finished second, while John Petruno and Drew Sebas took third and fourth respectively. This momentum carried into the rest of the day. The Spartans will look to continue the build on their success as they travel to Durham, North Carolina for the Duke Invitational April 7th and 8th.
Unfortunately for the Michigan State gymnastics team, their season came to an end this past weekend following quite a historic run. On Friday, MSU traveled to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania to compete in the NCAA Regionals. The Spartans finished with a score of 196.825, placing them in second, which was behind Cal, but ahead of Western Michigan and West Virginia. This helped them to advance on to Sunday's regional final, considering they had to be top 2 to make it there. On Sunday, the Spartans posted 197.650, which is an improvement from Friday, but despite having a higher score, the Spartans crashed out as they finished in third behind Cal and Florida. Freshman Nikki Smith did all she could to help the Spartans as she put up an impressive all-around score of 39.700, which was the third highest all-around score in Michigan State history. The Spartans finished the season with a 25-6 record, which is the most wins for an MSU gymnastics team since 1996.
Michigan State softball took a road trip to College Park, Maryland this past weekend where they dropped all 3 games to the Terrapins by a combined score of 22-0. It just wasn't the weekend for the Spartans as they lost Game 1 of the Friday doubleheader 3-0, then lost Game 2 11-0 in 5 innings. And then Saturday saw a similar outcome as they struggled to get anything going, losing 8-0 in 6 innings. On the brighter side, in Game 1 of the series, Spartan pitcher Faith Guidry pitched her 4th complete game of the season, with a 3-run triple in the first inning being the only run she gave up to the Terrapins and the rest of the contest going scoreless. The Spartans will look to bounce back against Oakland this Tuesday at 5 p.m. in Sekia Stadium.
The Michigan State men's tennis team returned to East Lansing to face off against their in-state rival Michigan on Thursday. Coming off of 2 straight losses, the Spartans were hoping to break a 20-year losing streak against the Wolverines with new head coach Harry Judon. Going into the doubles, here we have Reed Crocker and Ozan Barris, who were the last match to finish, but unfortunately couldn't come through to seal the win, ultimately falling to the Wolverines 1-0. Moving on to the singles matches, here we have Luke Bayless, who starts off with a great return on the serve by Michigan, which would help push the match to an extra set, but in the end, he was unable to secure the point for the Spartans. Now up next here, we have Max Sheldon, who played a neck-and-neck match with his Michigan opponent. Their first set went into a tiebreaker in favor of Michigan, but the second set was all about Max, as he gave a great effort, but Michigan would ultimately take the match at the end of the day. Wrapping up here with Ozan Barris, who played a top 10 ranked Michigan player. He was the last to finish, but the Wolverines had already clinched the meet with a final score of 6-1. Renee Aldana was there on Thursday and was able to catch up with Ozan Barris after the match.
It was a lot of fun. I mean, the crowd brought a lot of energy. A lot of people came out today, and yeah, it was a lot of go green, go whites, even some go blues in there. You know, didn't like those ones as much, but it was loud. It was a lot of fun.
Can you explain to me a little bit about what was your favorite moment within the match today?
That's tough. There were a lot of moments that I loved. I think definitely when we broke to get it to 4-5 in doubles, you know, 3-5 to 4-5, crowd went nuts, we went nuts. That was a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. And then in singles, it was down 1-5 in the third. Started getting some momentum, got it to 3-5 deuce, and yeah, that was fun too.
Cool. Okay, and then I know you leave for Virginia Tech tomorrow. Can you tell me a little bit about how you're going to prepare for leaving and the match?
I mean, more than anything, it's about having a short-term memory. You know, I'm definitely a bit upset about this one, but give myself the night and tomorrow morning be over it. Get ready for Virginia Tech on Saturday. So that's all we can do.
Michigan State baseball traveled to Kalamazoo in a midweek game where they defeated Western Michigan 8-6. Before heading to New Jersey for a Big Ten series against Rutgers, Joseph DeZerwa pitched 5 innings, holding Rutgers to 1 run in a 3-2 win to open the series. The Spartans got the bats going in Game 2, led by Brian Brecker, who drove in 6 of the Spartans' 10 runs in a 10-4 victory. However, Rutgers would end the Spartans' 5-game win streak on Sunday. The Scarlet Knights took the last game of the series 10-5 behind 2 home runs from Evan Slight. 3 wins on the week moves MSU to 16-9 on the season. The Spartans will be back at McLean Stadium on April 5th against Bowling Green.
The Spartans women's basketball team did not play this past week, but they are still making headlines, as this weekend MSU hired its new women's basketball coach, Robin Freilich. This is only Michigan State's 5th head coaching hire here as a program, and it's their first since 2007, with Susie Merchant being at the helm for the last 16 seasons. In Freilich's time as a head coach for Bowling Green, she posted an 88-73 record over 5 seasons, leading the team to 3 postseason appearances. And last year, she set the program record for most wins in a season as the Falcons finished 31-7 and made it to the WNIT Fab Four before falling in the semifinals. With her being born in the Okemos area, she is excited to come back and bring her winning nature to her hometown.
I've been here as a fan. I've been here as a little kid. It's the community I grew up in, and I've marveled and watched the teams and players with so much admiration. So, yeah, it feels surreal.
In the days following the Sweet 16 loss to Kansas State, sophomore forward Pierre Brooks announced he will enter his name into the transfer portal. The 6'6" forward from Detroit averaged 3.6 points per game and appeared in 30 of 34 games this past season for the Spartans.
Keeping things on the hard court, the 4-star recruit Kurt Tang announced his commitment to Michigan State on Monday, making him the first commit of the 2024 class for the Spartans. Tang is a 6'4" shooting guard from Massachusetts as he comes in as a number 37 overall player in the 2024 class. He chose MSU over Rutgers and Providence. And that's all the time we have for you today on this edition of Spartan Sports Report. Make sure to check out our Instagram page and our new TikTok page at Spartan Sports Report and watch any of our previous videos on our YouTube channel. I'm Brendan Bomarito.
And I'm Parker Bevins. Thanks for watching.